What's up, chat? 718 Breaks, and we are live with our late night, early morning, doesn't really matter Pokemon stream for everybody. Good morning, Kirk. Good afternoon, good evening. I don't know what time it is anymore, but we're good. And, Kirk, I just took that extra minute to go bring him out of hiding just because we knew he was coming out tonight, so we'll find him a home later. But we got him here for you. He's on standby. All right, I got to figure out what we're doing here tonight, guys. I have a lot of orders. I got a lot of people, and we're going to make this all happen tonight. We're going to go rapid fire. Just one more thing on my end before I start. Just wanted to wipe my glasses off so I could see everything a little better. I had to rearrange the whole desk. It took a little longer than I expected, but I figured I'd rather have Pokemon card envelopes to rip than sports cards to rip. And if I didn't do that, you guys would all be confused when I start calling off baseball, basketball, and football players instead of Pikachu, Charizard, and I don't know, Belly Bolt, Mewtwo, anybody else, really. But I figured I should bring the Pokemon cards out, put the sports cards away, and bring out some of our favorite friends so they could play with us. Yeah, I need to find a new home for him, like a permanent home for him. I was thinking like putting him up on the poster in the back or something, just so I have him handy for your rips. But I actually found my second one, so I'm leaving the one that's in the binder, and this one can stay out now. Took me a while to remember where he was, but he's here. I'm gonna find a permanent place for him, so he'll always be here. There you go. All right, so many orders tonight. Don't worry about it, though. We will get to everybody in time. I'll be honest, it took a long time to do the sports, but I think these are going to go a little quicker because, well, let's face it, I know who these guys are. So that being said, I'm going to wait for the little ticker to hit 5 minutes for the session, and I'm going to go ahead and start with the first order. And then after this, we are going to go straight through. And let's switch to the Pokemon wheels. And by the end of tonight, I think we will be out of either V8, maybe, possibly. I'm not sure, but let's find out. Worst case, we'll have V9 and everything else ready tomorrow. So let's see what we can do tonight, and let's see where the night takes us, everybody. So welcome to our Pokemon live streams. We have our first order tonight coming up for a Lewis C. Lewis, I have you down for 2 lucky Pokemon envelopes from Volume 8. And let's see what we can do with this for you. Let's get the wheel spinning, and here we go. We started off with 120 numbers on the wheel. We are down to just 19. So here we go. Hey, Andrew, what's up? Yep, Gengar is here. I brought all my friends out. I even found Charmeleon, who was hiding. He didn't want to come out and play, but he's out here today. We got Detective Pikachu to help us find some hits. I think I found a couple more ones. So let's see what we got, guys. Lewis, let's get your numbers out here and see what we got. All right, let's see. Our first number for Andrew is going to be number 14. We will take 14 off of the wheel and spin again. And we got number 21. Let's take 21 off the wheel. We are now down to 17 envelopes. All right, guys, I'm going to do my best to not talk as much as I normally do just because we have a lot to get through tonight. And sports took way longer than I expected. And I apologize for that. But we've got 14 and 21. I'm going to pick Belly Bolt for Lewis because he's not here. So Belly Bolt, bring us some luck for Lewis. He needs it. We got 2 envelopes. We're going to find something right now. Let's go. And Andrew, welcome to the stream. Thanks for following me from sports back over to Pokemon. I was a little out of my league over there, but we're good right now. From Prismatic Evolutions, we have a Houndour. We have a Girafarig from Temple Forces. And we have a Dialga Hollow from Mega Evolutions base set. That gives us our 2 hits from these envelopes. We've got the best full art trainer in the game. I kid you not. We have from Paradox Rift, we have Larry. I know. I'm a little over that top with that one, but y'all get it, right? Okay. We have a Gudra V-Star. Let me correct that. The Hisian Gudra V-Star from Lost Origin. And I know he's the better card here, but Larry is going on top because Larry always gets first choice. So Larry is on top for this envelope because, well, I could not put myself behind anybody else. So we are on top. Larry goes right there, and we are going to open up number 21. What's the for, Kirk? Huh? We have from Destined Rivals, we have Marnie's Lipard. We have Grimsley's move from Phantasmal Flames as a trainer support card. And let me tell you, when I actually played the pre-release, I used this card every single time I got a chance to. We got a Temple Forces Meltan. And we got 2 more hearts. 2 more hits. We got the Amorous Pokeball from Prismatic Evolutions, which was actually the last Pokeball we needed for our Master Set. I mean, we still have some cards left, but those are all SIRs and Master Balls. The last Pokeball we needed was this card right here. And we have the Mega Lopunny EX from Phantasmal Flames. And just for that, we're putting the bunny on top. Okay, he may not be the best trainer, but it's the best card because any card, look, any card that has Larry on it is going to be the best card in the deck. There's no arguments on that one. Larry rocks. All Larrys rock. That's all I'm saying. All right, Lewis. I'm going to say thank you very much. You're taking home the Larry card. You're taking home the Mega Lopunny. You're taking home all those cards that we just showed you. But I'm going to say thank you very much. We appreciate you. And please feel free to click on the link in chat and join us on Discord. Come hang out with us. Kirk, you will be convinced that Larry is the best. That's all I can say. I cannot give away my secrets. All right, we have another order coming up. This order coming up right now is for Debbie T. Debbie, if you're out there, how you doing? We're going to have 1 Lucky Pokemon Envelope Volume 8 for Debbie. Debbie, I'm going to spin the wheel for you right now. We're going to find out what your lucky envelope is, and we will rip it live. We got number 35. Let's take 35 off the wheel. Find 35 over here. And just so you guys know, left is volume 8, right is Sword and Shield. I condensed it a little bit. We didn't need 2 boxes when there's so few envelopes left. So for right now, that's how it's going to be. Debbie, we got number 35. We're going to give you some luck. I don't know who to pick for you, but let's bring out Evie. Evie's going to say, oh no, but we're going to give Evie the happy face anyway. Where's the happy face, Evie? There we go. Happy face, Evie. All right, let's go for number 35. Let's see what we got inside. I don't know, Kirk. Maybe you could talk to the Pokemon team and ask them to create a Kirk trainer. I'm just saying, they could. We could make it happen. We got a petition going. We want a Kirk out there. All right, Debbie, we have a Temporal Forces Slugma. We have a Crawdaunt from Mega Evolutions base set. We have a Poniard from Black Bolt. And from Paradox Rift, we have the Espartha Hollow. Okay. That means we have a hit in this envelope. And that hit is going to be... Wow. I did not expect a rainbow so quick today. We got a Fantina Rainbow full art trainer card from Lost Origin. Rainbow wins hands down. Congrats, Debbie, on the Fantina Rainbow from Lost Origin. Seriously, mega W, awesome card. I love the rainbows. I've seen people have like entire binders of these rainbow cards. They're phenomenal. They look awesome, and if you can get the lighting right, they just light up the whole room. So, Debbie, congrats on the Fantina Rainbow. We do appreciate you. Thank you for letting us rip for you tonight. It's our pleasure. We do appreciate the business, and we thank you for giving us the shot to rip these open for you tonight. That leads us to our next order. I mean, I'm not even sure this person exists. It could be like a figment of my imagination, but the name on the order was Kirk. I don't know if I see any Kirks around here. Anybody see anyone named Kirk? All right. There's no Kirk around, so we're just gonna, rip this one anyway. But yeah, I'm just messing with you. All right, Kirk, you're up next. I know. You dissed the Larry card. I had to let the Kirk go. Let's get your numbers real quick. And once we get your numbers, we'll pick the envelopes. You know the drill. We got 3 volume 8 and 2 Sword and Shield. Okay. So we'll spin the volume 8 first while we have them on here. Let's see what we can get for you tonight. All right, we're going to start with number 9. And if you're watching, you don't know, I know Kirk. It's okay. He's cool. I wouldn't be messing with him if I didn't like the guy. All right, just so people don't think I'm messing with you. All right, we got number 68. I got Blastoise in my corner. We're good. He'll protect us. And we got number 110. We'll take 110 off the wheel. We will switch to Sword and Shield hiding somewhere on here. We did start with 120 Sword and Shield. We are now down to 24. We're going to send 2 of those with Kirk. I think these are Kirk's first Sword and Shield ones. We got number 7. And we got number 70. Andrew, how old is your son? Let's see, we got 9, 68, and 110. And then we have 7 and... I don't know how 34 is in the wrong spot, but let's do that. And All right. Kirk, you want Sword and Shield first, or you want Volume 8 first? You decide. Choose your fate. Andrew, we should talk before you leave the chat about his first show. But at his age, he'll have a blast. All right, we'll do Sword first, Kirk. He should have a blast. A lot of the vendors, depending on where you guys are, a lot of the vendors love kids when they're collecting. They're usually good with letting the kids lead the negotiation, give them some freebies, and work with them on pricing and stuff. So if the vendor is willing to engage with your son, let your son, engage with them. Usually, especially like some of the bigger ones, like the streamers, depending on how big the show is, they're really nice. So you probably will run into some of the nice guys out there. So yeah, don't be afraid to let him engage a little bit. They're really, really cool, most of them. All right, Kirk, we're going Sword and Shield. We're starting with number 7. Let's see what we got. For all the collecting I've done with my kids, we went to our first convention like a little over a year ago for my son's birthday. Our first card show. Yeah, Beer Dad should definitely be there if you're in Carson City, Nevada. Look up the vendors who's going there, Beard Dad or Pokey Sean, if they're there. They're both really, really good with kids. Coop might even be there at Carson City. So see who's there. Look up some of their YouTube channels. A lot of them are really good with kids. They give them stuff. They let them do coin flips or trade ups. So yeah, I think those guys are great. I didn't realize that Sean actually lived very close to me, and I didn't know that Beard Dad was at my last show, and I was actually vending at a show and didn't know they were there. It was kind of upsetting. I found out afterwards. I would have loved to like hang out with them and meet them, but I didn't get that chance. But the next time I'm going to see them, I'm doing a big show in June, and I'm hoping to see them there. We have this looks like Fates Collide. So we got Fates Collide and Minchino. And then we're going to Lost Thunder. We have Jumpluff. And we have Champions Pass Thievel Hollow. So yeah, so there is some Sun and Moon and X and Y in with the Sword and Shield. They kind of figured they're like a little an upgrade in the card, so they put some of the older hollows and reverses in with them because they're worth a little more money, and B, it adds a little flair to the packs. So if I'm naming Sun and Moon and X and Y sets, that's why there's a couple of the reverses and hollows from there as well. Even I think once in a while they'll throw a hit in there too. So I lost my train of thought. I apologize. I was chit-chatting too much with you guys, and I lost where we were. But we got the Shinatek, and I think this is Burning Shadows from Sun and Moon. And we have a Lucario from Brilliant Stars. So I'm going here for the Shinatek as the hit from this envelope. So that's a W. Again, Sun and Moon and X and Y hollows and reverses are very rare. So when they stick them in there, they think they think they're giving a bonus. I guess I could say it. Yeah. Let's go number 70. Yeah. The Sword and Shield envelopes were made by one of the other guys that works with us, and so I didn't make them, so I don't know what's in them. So I do get surprised sometimes when I open them up and like, where did this card come from? So it happens. We have from Vivid Voltage, we have a Lycanroc. We have the Torterra from Brilliant Stars. And we have from Darkness Ablaze, we have the Kuparaja Hollow. So the old packs, when they had them, you had one reverse in a pack. And if you were lucky, you got a hollow. They did not have hollows in a lot of packs from like X and Y and Sun and Moon and Sword and Shield. A guaranteed hollow didn't really happen until Scarlet Violet. So the older sets, if you got a hollow, you were great. It was awesome. And trying to complete a master set without the reverses and hollows were hard, because now you get 2 reverses and a hollow in every pack unless you get a hit. So back then you didn't get all those cards. But let's find out what our hits are. We have when they throw the Sun and Moon and stuff in here, I have to look the symbols up sometime because I'm not familiar with all of them. But this does look like Shining Legends. It is Shining Legends. It is a Shining Legends Hoopa. Hollow Hoopa, for that fact. So, yeah, this is actually a really good card. So congratulations on the Hoopa. And just going back even further, this might be Burning Shadows. I believe this is another Burning Shadows. And what makes this card very, very unique, and this is something you can look out for, is if you see the color of this card, it's actually pink. This is the now defunct fairy type. So this is back then when we had fairy types, which were pink and had the little hearts up top here. My daughter was very upset when they got rid of the fairy types because she has a whole binder of the pink cards, and they stopped putting them out, and she got very upset. But yes, it's a Hoopa Hollow. You're making me do that, aren't you? Of course I am. I would never not do that for you guys. All right. So Hoopa Hollow goes on top. That is an awesome card, for real. Yeah, the Sword and Shield cards have a lot of nostalgia in them. There are a lot of the older cards, and some of them are very unique that they don't make them anymore. So, is what it is. All right, Kirk. Let's go back to Volume 8. Let's come back to the Modern Realm, and let's see what we got. I am not having any luck with some of these envelopes tonight. I think I'm losing my strength. All right, going back to what we know. We got a not you, it's me. It's not you, it's me. Yeah, my kids still do that one. I think that one's funny. We got a Paradox Rift, not you. We have a Temporal Forces Sawsbuck. From Mega Evolutions base set, we have a Sobble. And now we have, from Scarlet and Violet base set, we have a Chin Pao EX. Oh, wow. From Fusion Strike, we have a Schoolgirl full art trainer. And I think she's got a little Pokeball for you. So if you're nice, she'll throw the Pokeball at you. Full art trainer from Fusion Strike, man, that's an awesome card. I would joke around that saying that, Larry's still the better trainer, but, I don't think there was a Larry trainer in Fusion Strike, so maybe the Schoolgirl wins that one. Yeah, a full art trainer from Sword and Shield eras are actually really rare and cool. We're going to open up number 68. Andrew, do you master set with your son, or are you guys just collecting to collect? Like, do you guys have like a master set kind of goal in mind, or just kind of going for cool stuff? Look at that, Kirk. You got Larry's skill. I mean, Larry's got Larry's skill, but you can borrow Larry's skill, Kirk. We're good with that. I'll let you borrow some skill. We got a Golurk from Temple Forces. And from Mega Evolution's base set, we have a Yveltal Hollow. We got a Spidops EX from Scarlet and Violet base set. I am very honored, Andrew. Wow. Not only are you getting a schoolgirl, you're getting Roseanne's backup from Brilliant Stars. So we got another full art trainer from another set. And I gotta know what's with the green hair. There's so many Pokemon trainers with green hair. I don't get that. You should order some binders from Amazon. Get some sleeves, some top loaders. And when you go to the show, just have fun. And if a vendor is making like $1 million deal and they ignore you, don't buy from them. I don't mean it to be mean, but some of the vendors get so stuck with these let's make so much money kind of things. I literally stopped when I was vending. I would stop and talk to kids and parents, and the people I was dealing with understood there's a kid here. The kid is having fun. Let the kid have fun. You can make your $1 million deal later, but have fun with the kids. Honestly, that was just me. And we got one more for you, Kirk. Let's see what we got here. All right, we have a Duskull from Prismatic Evolutions. From Temporal Forces, we have a Relor. And from Paradox Rift, we have an Earthen Vessel. That means we have, for you, we have a Mawile V from Silver Tempest. And we have Steven's Metagross EX from Destined Rivals. That Mawile is actually really cool, by the way. So I'm going to give Mawile top billing on this one. So let's see. We got two rainbows. I mean, not two rainbows. Two full art trainers. We got the Hoopa, and we got the Shinatic, and we got the Mawile V. Out of all of this, I'm going to go with Larry's card being the best one. I'm gonna give the schoolgirl top billing just because I think that's the rarest card here. I don't know if it's the most expensive, but it's the rarest card of all the ones that we got here for you. I probably just real quick. So I do master setting with my son, so I'll just do this real quick. Whatever, but those are our master set binders over there. So my son has it in his head at some point that he wants to collect every master set that you can from Pokemon. Like he wants to go all the way back to base set and get everything from here to there. That's his goal. His goal is to master set everything. So I told him he needs to get a really good job and make a lot of money, because that's like the only way that's going to happen. So we have most of Scarlet and Violet. We have a couple from Sword and Shield, and we're working on the Mega, and we're just going backwards as we can. And we just picked up Jungle, Fossil, and part of Team Rocket. So he's got some goals. He knows what he's doing. He's working on it. And Kirk, I want you to know that the reason that I found this other Blastoise was to see if they would actually fit in one of these envelopes. The problem is I don't think it would survive the journey, because I think the post office would destroy this on route. So I'm trying to figure out how to possibly get this to you without it getting destroyed in the mail. So we'll figure something out. But I think you should have one of those home with you. I mean, the alternative is you can go out and buy the Blooming Waters box set. It comes in there, but those are like $200-$300 now. So I don't know how hard it is going to be to get one of those, but back in the day, you could just go buy them. now you have to fight people for them. So, Kirk, I'm going to have these sent out for you. I really don't have a time frame in mind. I'm going to try and get everything out in the mail tomorrow if I can. If I can't make it tomorrow, they'll go out Monday. Yeah, I'm going to have to start ripping some other orders while we're talking because I just realized what time it is. So let me put your order away. Let me go grab the next one, and we will talk while I rip. But I have so many. I have like 14 more orders to get to, and Andrew, yours is unfortunately at the end of all those orders, so you're stuck with me. I mean, Kirk will probably hang out with us for a little bit, but Andrew, you're stuck with me all night. Sorry. All right, I'm going to move Blastoise over to the side for a little bit. We'll keep him here, but on the side. All right. Yeah, that was my favorite part of vending. I brought cards with me just to give to kids, and I brought some single packs. And if an adult came over, the packs were a little more expensive. When a parent came over with a kid and the kid wanted the packs, I was like, oh, yeah, give me a couple bucks. I didn't want I wanted something cheap that kids could have and not have to spend a lot of money on. And when the adults came over to try and buy the single packs, I was like, yeah, these are for the kids. Leave me alone. Next up, we have a Sword and Shield for Alfredo. So let me go grab the wheel. Let me look at the timer. Yeah, I'm trying to leave little spaces on the video so I can edit them easier. So I try to wait for like the 34-minute mark to make it easier to cut, which is crazy, but I'm doing my best to make it happen. So Alfredo R, we have a Sword and Shield envelope ready for you. We have just 22 Sword and Shield envelopes left, and we are going to find out which one it is. We got number 60, Alfredo. We're going to take 60 off the wheel, grab 60 from Sword and Shield. All right, Alfredo, we got number 60. Let's see what we got. We got a Darkness Ablaze Spinnerack. I think this is actually Sun and Moon base set. I'm going to double check. Yep, Sun and Moon base. We have a Passimian. And from Brilliant Stars, we have an Escavalier. That gives us a hit here. From Ultra Prism, from Sun and Moon, we have a Drampa. And from Brilliant Stars, we have a Whimsicott V. So, actually, I'm putting the Drampa on top because that's a cooler looking card. I got to admit, it's Sun and Moon and it looks cool. All right, Alfredo, I'm going to take this and get this sent out to you as soon as possible. Thank you very much for letting us rip this for you. And we do appreciate you, as always. One of these days, Alfredo, I will get you live in chat with us. Yeah, and if you guys go after older stuff, the reason it takes me a second, I found a site online, and I printed me off a little cheat sheet. Because while I know all the sets from Sword and Shield, I don't know all the X, Y, and Sun and Moon sets. So something like this comes in real handy for you because they've made life easier with Scarlet and Violet, and they just did the 3 letters, which most of us can figure out what sets what. But having a little cheat sheet is great especially if you start going back to Vintage or Sword and Shield or XY, Sun and Moon, anything like that. There is actually a list that tells you the set by the number of cards in it. So if you see 3 out of 214, you know that if it has 214 cards, that it's this set. Because I think for the most part, all the sets have unique card counts in them. Not all the cases. I think there's 1 or 2 duplicates in all of, and I think they do it on purpose to make sure that the set count numbers are unique for each set. All right, next up we have an order for Daniel B. And Daniel is going to have 2 of our volume 8s. So we will switch the wheel back to volume 8. And we're going to spin for volume 8 for 2 of them. There are 13 left out of the 120 that we started with. And we got number 102. I can tell you guys that volume 9 will go live probably tomorrow. As soon as we sell out of volume 8. I'm doing things a little bit different with volume 9, and hopefully a couple surprises when we get to volume 10. Let's take 4 off the wheel. So Daniel, your numbers are going to be 102 and 4 from volume 8. So let's grab 4. I have to find a spot for Blastoise where he's not going to get hurt. 4 and 102. So let's go ahead and start with 102, Daniel, and let's find out what's inside. Make sure you bring some water. Make sure you bring a little backpack or something, and make sure you don't leave your binder unattended, because there are unfortunately some people that might walk off with your binder, either by accident or on purpose. Daniel, we have a Lively Stadium Trainer Stadium card from Surging Sparks. We have a Paradox Rift Knackle Stack from Paradox Rift. And from Temple Forces, we have the ancient version of the future version of Tyranitar Iron Thorns as a holo. Then we have a Rotom V from everybody's favorite, my favorite, Crown Zenith. And we have from Black Bolt, we have the Meloetta EX. And because it's Crown Zenith, Rotom gets the billing from me, because I still stand by Crown Zenith being my favorite set. It just always has been. So Crown Zenith goes on top. And we have envelope number 4, Daniel. Let's see what we got here for you. All right, we got a Goat from Scarlet and Violet base set, a Technical Machine Evolution from Paradox Rift, and, oh yeah, you heard it, Team Rocket's Tyranitar Holo from Destined Rivals. We got my man T-Tar in the house. Everybody's favorite squirrel, we got a Greedent V from Champion's Path. Sorry, left that part out. And from Phantasmal Flames, we have the Mismagius EX. And I'm sorry, Greedent, but Mismagius is taking over your spot. If I don't, she'll curse me or something. So Mismagius is going on top. That's just all there is to it. Okay, Daniel B, thank you very much for letting us rip for you tonight. We do appreciate you and your business. I'm going to go ahead and get these in the envelope, and we'll get these sent out to you as soon as possible. I hope you all are having a great night. And if you're not watching us live and you're watching on the replay, please stop by our website or join us on our Discord. Let us know what you think. Always like to know how we're doing out there and if people are enjoying our cards or not. Some people just, don't care, but we do. So let us know. Coming up next, I have Renee H. Renee H., I have 2 Volume 8 envelopes coming up for you. So we're going to go ahead and spin the wheel 2 times, get you 2 numbers, and get you 2 envelopes. We got number 93. We'll take that off of the wheel and we'll spin again. Also, Andrew, don't let a vendor pressure you into buying something that you're not ready for, and don't let them take advantage of you price-wise. And number 17. Because there's always other tables, and there's always other cards. So we got 93 and 17. We got 93 and 17. So don't ever feel pressured from a vendor. Like if you don't buy this card that, you're going to miss out because somebody else will have that card. Trust me, somebody else always has the card. Also, one last thing, keep in mind, sealed is not much cheaper at a show. They do usually sell for market. So the first time we went to a show, I'm thinking, great, we're going to go to a show. I'm going to get some product at MSRP. No, they sell at market. So just be wary of that. They're not going to be cheap. Renee, let's go ahead and get these opened up for you. Sorry, we're chatting a little bit too much. We got envelope 93 for you. Next thing I know, it'll be like 4:00 in the morning, and we'll still be ripping packs. We have a Dunsparce from Prismatic Evolutions. From Temple Forces, we have a Maril, and we have Delibird from the future. We have Iron Bundle from Paradox Rift. That gives us 2 more cards. We have the Ariados Trainer Gallery card from Brilliant Stars. And from Temple Forces, we have the Wug Trio EX. Who does not like glowing worms? That's it. We got glowing worms right now. All right, Renee, let's see what we have in envelope number 17. Let's put this one aside for you real quick. And we got envelope number 17. I don't know why it feels like it's too close or too far away. I'm not sure. But we got number 17. Let's go ahead and open it up for you. We got a Dugong from Phantasmal Flames, Temple Forces Skitty, and a Journey Together Lycanroc Hollow. That gives us a Rhyfort Full Art Trainer from Prismatic Evolutions. Okay. From Evolving Skies, we got a Trevenant V. I don't know if this is the all art or the full art because I always mess that up, but I think this might actually just be the regular V, but this thing looks cool. I'm sorry. So I'm putting, even though the Riford is the full art, I'm putting the Trevenant on top because this card just looks fire. This is, sometimes I get a card and I just looked at it and I said, I got to have this card. So this is from Evolving Skies, $35 a pack. I am probably never going to see that card, but it looks really, really cool. So, Renee, congratulations. You got some nice cards here tonight. I am going to pack these up and send them home with you. Kirk, give me like 2 seconds. I can answer your question. So we do appreciate you, Renee, and we appreciate you giving us a chance to open some packs for you tonight. Kirk, let me look real quick. There are 16 Sword and Shield left and 0 Volume 8s in stock, apparently. So all Volume 8s have been purchased, and there's only Sword and Shield left. And did he add 9 yet? He may not have added 9 yet. He'll probably add 9 in the morning, but I wouldn't be ripping 9 till tomorrow anyway. That being said, if you want to get in and be like, get the first envelopes from 9, you know, we can work on that. All right, I asked him to put 9 live, so I can start selling them, even though they won't get ripped until tomorrow. Because when I'm done, there's still like 12 more orders tonight. When I'm done with these, I'm going to bed because, well, it's late. But I wanted to get all the orders in the queue from sports and Pokemon done before I went to bed tonight because there's a lot in there and I didn't want it to sit till through tomorrow. All right, so I got to go back to looking at the clock and seeing where we are. We're at 50 minutes in. I am probably going to butcher this guy's name. Vasilou, Vasilou Z. You're up next. I have you for 1 Volume 8 Lucky Pokemon envelope. I apologize. I do not know how to say your name. I'm going to say Vasilou Z. This one is for you. We'll spin the wheel for Volume 8 and see what we got. We got number 85. We're going to take 85 off the wheel. We are now down to just 8 numbers left on the Volume 8 wheel, and I think that means something, right? There's 8 left in Volume 8. All right, maybe I'm just making that up to sound cool. And I think Fuecoco just decided he doesn't want to sit still anymore, and he just fell over drunk or something. All right, whatever. I think putting the plushies there was a mistake. All right, we got number 85. All right, Vaz, let's go and see what we got in here for you inside of number 85. We are going to start off with our Skarmory from Surging Sparks. Temple Forces has a Mudsdale. Feeble from Mega Evolution's base set. And we now have our 2 hits from here. Wow. Silver Tempest Trainer Gallery. We got a Malamar. And we got one of the evil Team Rocket trainers in there too. I can't remember his name right now. It's escaping me. Oh my god. That's really funny. It's really escaping me. And we have a Mega Evolutions Mega Camerupt EX. And as excited as I am for Camerupt, I got to give this one to the Malamar Trainer Gallery. I cannot remember his name. I don't know who that is because I really can't remember his name. My kids watch the anime. My youngest knows every character from all the original episodes by heart. She stopped watching when Ash left because she felt like without Ash it wasn't really a show, and I don't blame her. So she said goodbye. So, Daz, thank you very much. I'm going to go ahead and get this in an envelope for you and have this sent out for you as soon as possible. We do appreciate you, and welcome to the family. This is my first trip with you, I think. So, Daz, we appreciate it. Let's see where we're at. Time-wise, we're at 53. All right, Matt M. We have 2 Volume 8 Lucky Pokemon envelopes ready for you. So, Matt, we have 2 Volume 8 coming up for you. There are just 8 left. You're taking home 2 of them. That's going to make 6. And I think, Andrew, that means you got the last 2. We got 114. And we're going to spin again and see what we get. That would be number 115. I was just double checking the queue. Yeah, Andrew, you got the last 2 for Volume 8. All right, so 115. So that I don't know if that's weird to get 114 and 115, but figuring there's only 8 numbers left, so I mean it was going to happen sooner or later. So we got 114 and 115. All right. We have Temporal Forces Finizen, a Prismatic Evolutions Pupitar, and yes, I can say Poopy on TV without getting in trouble. We have a Chantel Trainer from Paradox Rift, and from Journey Together, we have Lily's Rabambi Hollow. Kurt's gonna have nightmares of me doing that. I know he is at some point. Okay. That's cool. I'm just not saying a word. From Evolving Skies, we have a Flareon VMAX. That's really cool. I'm sorry. Flareon doesn't look happy though. Like usually, like the evolutions have smiles on their faces. Flareon's like, get away from me. I don't want to talk to you. So, Flareon has an attitude in Evolving Skies. I guess all I can say. There's an attitude right there. But hey, if you're Flareon, you can have all the attitude you want, right? Who am I kidding? All right, Matt. Let's go ahead and take a look at the other envelope for you. That was 114. Let's see what we got in 115. All right, I am butchering this envelope because it does not want to open up, but there we go. All right, we have a Technical Machine Turbo Energize from Paradox Rift. From Destined Rivals, we have Arvin's Toad School. And from Surging Sparks, we have a Palkia Hollow. Okay. I can't do that much more tonight. My throat is killing me. We have a Banette Trainer Gallery from Lost Origins. So I don't know where all these trainer galleries are coming from. Okay, well, I do know where they're coming from. And then we have from Scarlet. Is this nope? From Surging Sparks, we have a Scrivillian EX. Yeah, Banette is going on top here. I'm sorry. I cannot put a trainer gallery on top. All right, I think I lost either Kirk or Andrew, but I think they'll be back. All right, Matt, I'm going to go ahead and put these in an envelope for you. We'll get them sent out to you as quickly as possible. We do appreciate your business, and we say thank you very much for giving us a chance to rip for you. It's always a pleasure. I'm going to go ahead, like I said, I'm going to try and get everything shipped out for everybody as soon as possible. I'm going to shoot for tomorrow or today, I guess, at some point, but we shall see. Okay. Coming up next, we have Mary C. Mary C, I see you. With 2 Volume 8 lucky envelopes. So we're going to go ahead, Mary, and spin the wheel 2 times. We have 6 left out of 120. So we're going to go ahead and spin that for you. And we got number 3. We're going to take 3 off and see what else we get. Number 16. All right, we're going to take 16 off the wheel. So we got 3 and 16 from Volume 8. And I just dropped my mouse. There we go. All right, 3 and 16 from volume 8, Mary. Let's see what we got for you. I think Kirk just wants to make sure I don't get to sleep tonight at all. I'm just saying. We got, from Paradox Rift, we have a Technical Machine Devolution. We have a Wash Rotom because, Dry Rotom wasn't as funny as Wash Rotom. I'm kidding. Just a little bit of laundry humor, wash and dry. We have, it's from Destined Rivals. And we have from Prismatic Evolutions, we have a Flareon Hollow. Yeah, I'm just going to give Kirk a lot of hollows tonight just to make up for that. We have a Regidrago V-Star from Silver Tempest. And we have from Surging Sparks, we have the Palisand EX. And as cool as the Palisand is, Regidrago is even cooler. So I'm going for the V-Star as the top card from these 5, just because it looks cool. All right, Kirk, I appreciate that. I will add it to the queue as soon as I finish with Mary's order. I'll add you in. All right, Mary, and we have number 16. Let's see what we got. We have a Temporal Forces Palafin, a Tinkatuff from Paradox Rift, and from Journey Together, we have a Ferret. That gives us an Ortega Full Art Trainer from Prismatic Evolutions. And from Silver Tempest, we have the Radiant Alakazam. And if you cannot see how awesome this card is in person, on the computer, Mary, just wait till you get this card home. It really shines. It looks awesome when you get it home. So, congrats on the Radiant, Mary. We do appreciate you. So, between the Radiant and the Reggie and the full art, I think you're doing really good tonight. I'm going to say thank you very much for ripping with us tonight and trusting us to do this for you. I'm going to go ahead and put these guys in an envelope and get this sent out to you as quickly as possible. Hey, look, I don't make anybody say hollow. It's very infectious. I have no control over that. I don't even want to say it myself, but I'm forced to now. I've been bit by the hollow bug. See, I can't even just say the word hollow. Okay. It's a compulsion now. You have to join the hollow train. Where was I? We're at 1 hour. We are now 1 hour and 3 minutes. All right, so Jared, I have your sports order already. I'm gonna rip the Sword and Shield for you, and then I'm gonna put that in with your sports, just so we can keep your stuff together for you. So I'm gonna spin the wheel and let's see what we get. You have Sword and Shield, so let me switch to the Sword and Shield window. We have 21 left for Sword and Shield. Lucky number 73. That is an awesome number. All right, let's pull 73 from here. Like I said, I will then go ahead. I'm just going to manually just move it to your sports envelope so it all comes together for you. Number 73, Jared, good luck. Here's hoping you pull something. Ooh, we got a Wormadam from Brilliant Stars. Again, we go back to something that I don't know, but this is Fates Collide. Yep, Fates Collide. We got a Cinchino. This is cool. I like a lot of the older vintagey kind of stuff. And then from Brilliant Suns, or Brilliant Stars. Why did I say Brilliant Suns? Oh, because I'm looking at Sun and Moon. From Brilliant Stars, we have a Lifeguard. That's going to give us our 2 hits. Wow. I think this is XY Evolutions. We have a Magnemite. And from Celebrations, we have a Groudon. We got the Groudon from Celebrations. That's kind of technically a hollow, but it's Celebrations, so okay. I actually really like the Groudon, so I know. I'm going to put the Magnemite on top just because. All right, Jared, again, we thank you for your continued patronage. Thank you very much. Like I said, I'm going to put this in with your sports stuff. I have it over here from before, so if y'all just bear with me a quick second, I just want to get this in his envelope so it doesn't get lost. All right, Jared, so you have the one Pokemon team bag in there with your sports. So that'll be like, oh, look, baseball, basketball, football, Pokemon. So once again, Jared, I just want to say thank you again. Thank you very much. We do appreciate you. Patrick W., I have you for 1 volume 8. Lucky Pokemon envelope. So let's go ahead and spin the wheel for you. Just to give you an idea, I have Patrick, I have Sebastian, and then I have some guy named Andrew. So we're almost there, Andrew. And I'm guessing the reason why I didn't have any other orders after this was because, well, they're all gone. So, all right, Patrick, let's go to volume 8 and spin that wheel. We have 4 left out of 120. You're getting one of them. We have number 77. We're going to take that off the wheel. Let's go grab 77. All right, Patrick, let's see what we got in envelope number 77. Kirk, I don't think that's possible. I'd have to double check, but I don't think that's possible right now. All right, Patrick, we have from Paradox Rift, we have a Gorgeist, an Evolved Pumpkaboo. We have a Ghastly from Temporal Forces. And from Prismatic Evolution, we have a Blood Moon Ursaluna Hollow. Okay. And that means we have 2 hits with us today. We have a Blaziken EX from Journey Together. And from Pokemon Go. And I mean that in the best way. Pokemon Go gives us Melmetal VMAX. One of the very reasons why Pokemon Go is my favorite is because I pretty much learned most of my Pokemon knowledge from Pokemon Go. So this set is actually kind of cool to master. It was very hard because the cards are just not in circulation anymore. But this is just a really awesome card. All right, Patrick, I want to say thank you very much for ripping with us tonight. We do appreciate you. I'm going to go ahead and get this packed up and sent out to you hopefully by tomorrow. So no promises, but I'm going to do my best. If it doesn't go out tomorrow, it'll go out Monday. All right, Patrick, once again, thank you very much. We do appreciate you. All right, next up, I have an order for Sebastian. Sebastian, I have you down for 1 Sword and Shield envelope and 1 Volume 8 envelope. So since we are on the Volume 8 wheel, there are 3 left out of 120. We're going to spin that wheel and see which one we get. So you are going to get Volume 8, number 113. Let's take that one off the wheel. That leaves us numbers, I think, 59 and 82. And for Sword and Shield, we're going to spin this one. We have 20 left. And we have number 14. All right, so we have Volume 8, number 113, which is all the way in the back. And we have Sword and Shield number 14, which is all the way in the front. So let's do Sword and Shield first, Sebastian. We're going to start off with some Battle Styles Tepig. We're going to go back again and do this. This was and I just had this too. Fates Collide, the Wormadam. And from Fusion Strike, we have a Grimmsnarl Hollow. That gives us a Steam Siege Hollow Chandelure. And from Brilliant Stars, we have a Honchkrow V. I'm giving this to the Chandelure because it's Steam Siege. And X and Y trumps everything else right now because that's the oldest stuff I have in these sets. So we're going to age before beauty this and put Chandelure in the front. And that gives us volume 8, number 113. Good luck, Sebastian, again. That does remind me, Andrew, I need to get you signed up in the Discord at some point so you can come chat with us sometimes. So Journey Together, we have Black Belts Training. We have from Phantasmal Flames, we have a Darmanitan. And from Surging Sparks, we have a Spupa. Spupa and Pupitar should go together. Just saying. We have a Liepard V from Chilling Rain, I think. Yeah, this has to be Chilling Rain. Yep, Chilling Rain. And from Black Bolt, we have the Excadrill EX. And because of its nature, we're going to go with Liepard. So, Sebastian, I have your cards. We're going to put them in this envelope and send them home with you. And Sebastian, once again, thank you very much. We do appreciate you. That means, Andrew, you're up next. I think you know who you are. I know that you know that we know that there are only 2 numbers left on the wheel, but I kind of have to spin them just for, to spin them. So we're going to go ahead and spin the wheel. And just for fun, we're going to see which number comes up first. $82. I'm so shocked and surprised that you got number 82. That's like, oh my God. And you're going to get envelope 59 also just because. Look at that. It was predetermined that you're getting those 2 numbers. So we are going to remove this wheel because that's done. So volume 8 is now history, officially. Oops, I do not believe I just did that. Am I hitting the wrong button? Oh, I'm hitting the wrong button. That's why. Pokemon Volume 8 is now officially gone. Bye-bye. All right, and then we need to do the Sword and Shield wheel. And we still have 19 left on the Sword and Shield wheel, and we're going to spin that to get 2 of those for you. We got number 64 and number... Yeah, I'm thinking your son's probably asleep by now. He's not awake during these rips at this hour. Number 46. So we got 64 and 46. Backward. I know that they're symmetrical numbers. They call that something. So I don't remember what it's called, but it's really funny that you got 46 and 64. And then I probably should have written down what time we started yours at 1:16, I think. And then I think Kirk, you put your order in anyway. All right, Kirk, you're at 8017 and one sword and shield. All right. So I don't know how hard it's going to be to find those two envelopes in the sea, but yeah, we're gonna have to hopefully try and find those two envelopes somewhere. I don't know, it's gonna be really difficult. And let's get 46 and 64. Give me 1 second. 64 is here. I need to look at the wheel real quick and see what's wrong, but we may have to respin for you. Give me a quick second. All right, 41 and 45 are out of order. 41, 45, 57, 98, 114, 116, 117, 119. All right, so we're going to spin one more time because apparently there is no 46. So you get a respin. $34. I know I saw 34. That one must have been one of the ones that just didn't come off the wheel last time. All right. So you get a choice. You want Sword first, Volume 8 first, or you want to mix them up? Oh, and Kirk said that we're putting Blastoise front and center for you to get some extra Blastoise luck. So, no, I'm gonna blame the wheel. Honestly, it's sometimes you say remove and it looks like it removes. I'm gonna just shuffle them like a poker deck, kind of. Just gonna go like this a couple times, and whatever we get, we get. Yeah, I can blame Gengar for anything because it's always Gengar's fault. And Gengar is right here, and Gengar is coming after you now. I'm just letting you know. You made Gengar mad. Look at that. I think he's coming for you, Kirk. I don't know. Oh, he's doing some kind of dance. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know what he's doing. All right. If I remember, Andrew, we had Gengar, Pikachu. I got Zard over here somewhere. I still don't have an Arceus for you, though. That one I can't do. All right. Let's. All right. We're going to go at 64 from Sword first. I'll just send Lapras after Blastoise. He'll freeze him, and then you're in trouble. We'll build a deck against Blastoise. All right, we got Clink from Brilliant Stars. We have from Darkness Ablaze, we have a Simisear. I don't know why I'm so close. I think because I moved everything forward. Sorry. We got Simisear from Darkness Ablaze, and from Brilliant Stars, we have an Alcremie. So we now have a Shaman from Vivid Voltage as a holo. And from Brilliant Stars, we have a Morpeko V. I always forget that Morpeko can change colors, so when I look at him as purple instead of like yellow, I'm like, what? Where'd that come from? All right. So the Morpeko V, I probably actually think the Shaman from Vivid Voltage may be the better card here. So I'm going to actually put Shaman on top, but it might be the V. But I don't know. I think the Shaman is a cooler looking card. Sometimes to me, it's not about which one's worth more. It's about which one I like more or which one is just cooler as a card. Okay. Next up, we have envelope number, let's do 82. Let's mix them up. Let's do volume 8 next. Oh, wait a minute. What is this? Oh, he wants a hug, Kirk. He wants a hug. He says you might send Blastoise after him, so he wants to make up and be all peaceful. All right, let's see what we got here, Andrew. We have a Weasel from Destined Rivals. We have a Tinkatink from Mega Evolutions base set. Temporal Forces, we have a Drillbur. And from Prismatic Evolutions, we have a Monkey Dory Hollow. And that one is just for Kirk. This Banette is from... This may be pre-X and Y. All right, you got to give me a second. I'm going to peek now. I don't know where this one is from. I'm keeping you two home. I won't let them out of the house. Don't worry, you're safe. I'm going to just see what set this Banette is from, just so I can be accurate when I tell you where it's from, because I don't want to make something up. It is from Power Keepers. I do not know what set that is. Let's find out. Give me 1 second. Okay, so this was from 2007. So I don't know what set that's from, but definitely before X and Y. It's EX Power Keepers, I guess. It's the 16th and the final main expansion of the EX series of Pokemon. So it's the EX set. All right, learn something new every day. So, yeah, I think this goes back, what, 2007? So, like 19 years ago, I guess. It is a very rare card, actually. So, and it's a hollow. So, although I'm wondering if I can't just see the thing on the bottom that it might be a promo or something, but definitely hang on to that card. I mean, hang on to all your cards. Don't get me wrong. Just hang on to this one. Don't worry about the rest of them. Uh, but yeah, your son is young enough, so you're starting to collect now, which is really cool. I started a little late with my son. Like we just started last year, knowing he's going away to college and stuff. So it's given us some bonding stuff to do, which is kind of cool. All right, we have let's do not 59 because it's already in my hand. I have this whole pile of envelopes now. They're all falling all over the floor now. All right, let's see. We have from Paradox Rift, we have a Flittle. We have a Professor Seda, Professor's Research from Journey Together. And we have a Miraidon Hollow from Temple Forces. That means our last two cards from Volume 8 are an Atticus Full Art Trainer from Prismatic Evolutions. Oh, wow. So I don't think I remember this card at all, but I must have seen it before because, well, I packed it. But this is what's called an amazing rare. They existed in the Scarlet and Violet era. There's a little, you won't be able to see it because it won't show up on the cam that well. But on the bottom of the card, so this is Champion's Path, and it lists the play cycle and then the number, and then there's a little A over here. It's a little white A. It stands for an amazing rare. It's an amazing rare Kyogre from Champion's Path. I've only seen a couple amazing rares from some of the sets, but not in a long time. So it's just a really cool card. I don't even think it's super expensive. I just think it's a really cool card. All right, so we have an amazing rare Kyogre. And we have one more Sword and Shield envelope for you. All right, Andrew, we got number 34 from Sword and Shield. Yeah, I think we're getting you some lucky cards tonight. I don't know, really. All right, so we're going to start off. This one is, again, Fates Collide. We have a Railu from Fates Collide. From Fusion Strike, we have a Snorlax. I may have to steal that one from you. Just kidding. I am Snorlax. Snorlax is I. And we have from Brilliant Stars, we have a Torkoal. I should even joke about stealing cards from people because one day that will come back and someone will say something. But Snorlax is my boy. I love Snorlax. I have so many Snorlax cards. It's not funny. He's probably the only person I would buy cards from just to buy cards from. But, I mean, when I was, like, my kids used to call me Snorlax. It's really funny because I was always sleeping and snoring, and my son, who's now a lot older, obviously, when he was a little kid, he'd just run around eating everything. So we always made the joke of Munchlax and Snorlax, you know? He's like me. That gives us a Chilling Rain, Zangoose, Rapid Strike Zangoose at that. And then, okay, they got me again. They throw stuff at me that I don't even know what set this is from. This is quite possibly Lost Thunder. That's what this is. So this is a Lost Thunder Stadium trainer card called Life Forest, but it's a hollow. So it's kind of cool, but this goes back again too. So there's a lot of like really older cards in here. So I'm going to continue that trend at Volume 9. Volume 9 is going to have a lot more of the older cards in there too. So I'm trying to keep it mixed up a little bit so it's not boring having the same cards and the same sets every time. So 9 will be a little different, and we're going to have Crown Zenith set coming in a few days as well. So we'll have like the big Crown Zenith hits as the slabs in there. So that will be an exciting one to take care to watch out for. Maybe a little crazy, but it's going to be fun. It will be a fun ride. All right, Andrew, I'm going to bag these up for you. Your other order should be there at some point too, Andrew. It already went out, that first order. You know what? I was too. I can't lie. When I was taking him, it was for him for his birthday, but I had a blast. It was new. It was a new experience for me. I mean, I used to do baseball cards when I was a kid, so doing Pokemon card shows with him now was very different. I didn't know what to expect. Most of the people that we dealt with were very nice, so it was kind of cool in that aspect. But I mean, you got to watch out. There are a couple of people out there that are looking out to make money, and they don't really care about, the people. So just be careful who you interact with. Make sure your son keeps an eye on any cards or anything. Make sure you bring a backpack or something. Bring some top loaders, some penny sleeves, water. Don't forget the water. Not the water with the cards. Don't mix the water with the cards. Never mix the water with the cards. I have kid, but you never know. Also, before I forget, I'm going to go ahead, Kirk. Let's go ahead. I'm going to run your Sword and Shield pack real quick, and we'll do that at 135, just so I have an even number. We got number 40, Kirk. Let's grab number 40 for you. Let's take that off the wheel. I'm going to rip number 40, Kirk. We'll do this real quick. We'll get this in the envelope, and we can chat for a bit. I just want to get the stream part taken care of, just so I don't forget. And then 20 minutes after we all disconnect tonight, I'll be like, oh my God, I never ripped Kirk's last envelope, and I forgot all about it. Look, Blastoise is standing right over us right now. He's going to make sure we get you something good, hopefully, in this pack. We have an Evolving Skies Gigalith. We have a... oh my God. I want to say Battle Styles. Thank you. Battle Styles Crobat Hollow. And we have a Haxorus from Brilliant Stars and a Wormadam from Brilliant Stars. And that means we have one card left in this envelope, which means this is a hit. hopefully. It's supposed to be a hit. I don't know how big of a hit, but it should be a hit. You got Chilling Rain, the Clara Rainbow Full Art Trainer. I got no words for that. You got another rainbow, Kirk. And of all people, it's Clara. So congrats on another rainbow. This is a really cool card. So this is your first rainbow? Oh, we saw the other rainbows. They didn't go to you though. That's right. You just watched other people get rainbows. Now you have a rainbow. And it's Clara, and she's one of the cool trainers. She gets her own little trainer box too. So um, she's really cool. She's actually playable. I mean, not anymore, obviously, because well, these are Sword and Shield. So Kirk, we're gonna add this to your pile of fun stuff. I don't know which envelope is yours, but there's only like 2 or 3 blue ones, so I got yours. All right, Kirk, we're gonna drop this in your envelope now. So, all right, we got that in there. You're good. Yeah, that is honestly a great way to end the stream. Yeah, most of all, make sure you take lots of pictures, meet people. Um, I don't know if you have socials, like if you have an Insta or a TikTok or something, but make sure you have some way to communicate with the vendors. Sometimes if you interact with them, they'll want to email you or tag you when they post a video, if they post videos like Beer Dad and them. I still have never met any of them in person, so go get some sleep. Have a great time tomorrow with your kid. Enjoy the show. Enjoy the hobby. It's what it's all about. You too, Kirk. I'm going to let you guys go. I'm going to go edit the videos and get them posted up. I got to do the sports ones and the Pokemon ones, and then I can go to bed. So, have a great night, guys. If you guys need anything, reach me out on Discord, and stay safe out there. Enjoy it. You're welcome, Kirk. Have a great night, guys.